This is a tutorial for all benchmark agents on how to use your agent control panel. As you may have noticed on the Benchmark Realty website, if you go to our team and meet our agents, you can actually search all benchmark agents for each individual office. Each office page will have a list of all of the agents in that office. It's very important for each agent to have their contact information up to date on this page. So it's very important that you come in and complete your agent profile, connect your agent profile to your MLS number, and know all of the benefits of having this control panel that Benchmark provides you. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to log into our dashboard. You will receive an email with login information, and when you get that information, you're going to log into your IDXBroker agent control panel, and this is what you're going to see. To begin with, your dashboard is going to look a little empty here. There are little widgets you can add that are kind of like a quick glimpse of your account, and each page has a section that will allow you to add those widgets to it. You can start by coming here and clicking add a widget, and you can add a couple of quick ones right here into it. This is going to show you a kind of snapshot of what you have going on right now. Quick links are going to be links to different sections inside your agent control panel. Tips and tricks, these are great because it shows you some information about how to use your agent control panel. So let's get started. To begin with, one of the most important things is updating your bio. An agent's profile that is up to date is going to get the most attention from a consumer who's looking to buy. Agents that don't have updated information are less likely to get a phone call from a prospective buyer or seller. So in this section, you're going to be able to update your contact information. You can change your password, your title, description, your address, and your phone numbers. It's very important that you put your phone numbers in here, and that when you put your phone numbers in, you use the right format. This is how it's going to display on the site. So it's important that you don't just put in numbers with no dashes or spaces. You can just use dashes, or you can use parentheses. Make sure you fill in this information completely, and make sure you fill in your bio information. The more complete your bio information is, the more people will have to know about you. When you're done filling out this information, go ahead and click Save Changes. After you've done that, you can come over here to Office. Right now, we're using Philip as our example, and he's a part of every single office. If your office is in here, and maybe it's the correct office, maybe it's not, you can check the boxes to remove it. And you can check the boxes under Available Offices to add it. Under the Photo tab, you can upload your own photo. You want to keep this information up to date. Agents that have older photos, most of the time when a client meets an agent, if they've seen an older photo of you, and then they see you and you look very different, this is something that is going to make them not trust you as much. They want to see the agent that they see in the photo, so make sure you keep your photo up to date. Under MLS, this is one of the most important parts of the site. This is going to connect your IDXBroker account to your agent ID. If you're in here, you can actually search for your name. Make sure that you choose the proper agent ID in here. Sometimes there will be people that have double, can be found twice in here. Make sure that this number is your exact MLS ID so that it will pull the proper listings for you. Once you've chosen the right agent ID, or if it's already in here, you don't need to change it, go ahead and click Save Changes. Your subheader is what is going to appear on the site above the searches. This is actually a really important part of one of the benefits of having a IDXBroker account through Benchmark. When you go to the Benchmark website, any page that you may be on that is a search page, let's say it's the Search Brentwood page. Any page that you see that starts out with homesforsale.benchmarkrealtytn.com is a page that you can use your agent header on. When you paste it at the end of this string and hit the Enter key, this now tells the browser that Any leads that are to be found on this or to be submitted from this page are to go to you. And you can add a special header to this page that tells people to contact you for more information. So if you want to send a prospective buyer to the Benchmark Realty website, maybe you don't have a website of your own, or your website doesn't have this functionality of the IDX that the Benchmark agent site does, you're going to want to give them the URL with your agent header ID in it. This is going to make sure that all leads will come to you. It's going to store a cookie in their browser, and once that cookie is stored, no matter what form they fill out, it's going to go to you. If you send them to the Benchmark site without that agent header in there, the lead is going to be distributed to round robin to all of the agents. So it could go to any agent, but it may not go to you. So it's very important to use your agent header ID when you're giving out the URL of Benchmark Realty TN to any prospective clients. Now, your subheader is going to be the message that is displayed at the top of this page. So any page that you use your agent header ID on will have this subheader. You can be creative with this. I wouldn't put too much of a long message on here, but something that has your contact information. You can change the font size, center, and the color. Once you've done this, you can save changes, come to your page, refresh it, and you're going to see your subheader right here. This will also display on any new pages that they click on. This lets you know that this page is going to direct any leads directly to you. In addition, if they view any listings, it's going to again have your subheader on it. Next is the roster. You want to make sure that your roster allows you to be displayed. If this is unchecked, you will not display on the Benchmark Realty website. You can add a link to your personal website on the roster page. Go ahead and put your URL in here and the display text for the link. Property updates. These are the emails that the clients are going to get when they subscribe to property updates. So if you have an agent or a client that comes here and they save a property, it's going to prompt them to fill out an account, to create an account. This account is going to be linked to your agent control panel so that you can help this client by adding properties, saving searches for them, making notes, manage the clients, turn them on, turn them off. You have all different kinds of features I'll show you in a minute. But you want to have them, they're going to create an account, and when they do, they're going to get an email. So this email, you can put in your own message. It's going to actually put the listing detail in the middle of the message, and then you're going to put your signature in here. So you can take your signature, pop it into the bottom, and if you want to put a message, remember this is going to display on every email they get, so you want to make sure that it's rather general. And you can save changes. If you'd like to see a sample email, you can actually click Send Now, and it will send it to the email address that you put in the first tab. Languages is another important part of the site. If you have any other languages that you speak, some people will search for an agent by language, so make sure you come in here and update this information. IDXBroker also integrates your leads with Top Producer or Tribus. If you use either of these functions, there are some custom descriptions of how to integrate your top producer and your Tribus with your IDX broker in the IDX broker knowledge base. I've included these links in the bottom of this video description, so you can go there to check that and follow the instructions on how to integrate your top producer or Tribus group with your IDX broker. The next section is going to be I'm going to go ahead and describe your leads. Your leads, these are the leads that have been assigned to you from people who have signed up on the benchmarkrealtytn.com website. If you have a lot of leads, you can actually search them, pull them by category, pull them by whether they have a saved search or they're inactive or active, verified or not, and that way you can pull up your leads a little bit faster. If you have less leads, then you can just go ahead and use this section down here. To view information about this lead and edit them, you can come over here and click on the little pencil mark for the leads info. You can also view your notes and delete the lead here, and in addition you can log in as this lead. We're going to start by checking out the lead info. The lead info is going to tell you the recent activity. It's going to tell you what pages the client has visited, where they came from. You can see if they have any property updates set up, if they've looked at any properties that they liked and saved them, if they have any saved searches. You can edit their information, and you can add notes. In this section, you can actually help your client. A lot of people, maybe somebody who is not so web savvy, or maybe you've called them. You should be calling them within as quickly as possible when you receive a lead, within minutes if possible. Remember that agents have the highest opportunity of working with a lead if they're the first person to speak with them. So make that call quickly. Once you speak with them and you find out what they're looking for, let them know that you can go in and save some properties that you think they will like. So you can actually come into their account, do a search, and save properties that you think they may like or that maybe they may be interested in. You can also come in here and set up some saved searches for them. This is even better because a saved search is going to email them when a new property hits the market. So you can tell them that I'm going to create a property update email for you that's going to email you and send you updates whenever a new property hits the market that matches your search results. That way you can stay on top of the hottest leads and get ahead of other buyers. So this is how you're going to manage your lead and give them extra information and provide them with the best service. You can also export your lead in CSV format through this section of the leads. Under listings, this is where you're going to manage your listings. Now, it's very important when managing your listings that you come in here and make sure the data is as up to date as possible and that you add content. Right now, Philip doesn't have any active listings, but we can look at another agent's listings so I can give you a good example. When editing your listings, you're going to come into your listings section, which looks a little bit different than this, but the main area is going to be the same, and you're going to click on the address of your property. A lot of MLSs will only allow you to add so many pictures and so much information. So this is where you can actually beef up your listing, add more photos, add more details and content, and make it so that the listing on the benchmark site has so much information that it's the go-to place. And so what this means is when a lot of clients are looking at a certain property that they really like, they'll go to Google and start searching the address of that property. When they search that address, they'll get multiple websites that show property information. The site with the most information is going to be their go-to site and the one that they're most likely going to ask for more information on. So the more information you add about the property in here, the more this is going to draw people from around the web to look at this property. You can add content about the property itself, you can add a geolocation, and you can add and edit more images. In addition, you can actually change the order of the photos so that they're in the order that you want them to be in priority-wise, the main photo being first. This will not affect the MLS data. The MLS data will still display exactly the same on the MLS and on other agents and brokers' websites. However, on the main website for Benchmark, it will change and it will show up in the search results with the information that you've added. Your sold pending properties are very important. Sold pending properties are going to show up in IDXBroker for 60 days after they've been sold. After 60 days, they will be deleted from IDXBroker if you don't change the status. So it's very important you come in here and update the status of any properties. To do this, you're going to go to your sold pending section. You're going to see what the property is and go to the status. When clicking this link, you're going to get this box. You're going to change it to sold. You're going to want to update the price and the date of the when it was sold, and then save changes. This will update it on the website. Your supplemental properties can be used to add properties that are not in the MLS. This could be for rent, upcoming properties for sale, or for sale by owners. It's often valuable to go to a for sale by owner and let them know that you're going to add their listing to the Benchmark agent website so that when somebody searches properties on Benchmark, their property will show up. We all know oftentimes that for sale by owners don't get sold by the owner. So by helping them, a lot of times what's going to happen is they're going to come to you when it's time to actually choose an agent to sell. If once you're in here, you'd like to add some of this information to your dashboard, go to the section that you want to add, come up to the top and click on your name and add a quick link. Once you've done that, go back to your dashboard and you're going to see it's going to come into this section where it says quick links right here. You can actually go into your leads and add a quick link to them as well. Don't forget, with leads, you can actually create a Property Saver account for one of your clients right inside your agent dashboard. If you want to create them a Property Saver account, simply come to Leads, go to Create, add their information, save changes, and once you've done that, you'll be able to go in and manage property updates, saved properties, and add notes on that person. Don't forget to log in often. Your dashboard and your agent control panel is where all of your leads are going to show up that Benchmark sends you. This is where you can get content, edit their information, follow up with these leads, and really show the service that a Benchmark agent can provide to these clients that's above and beyond other brokerages. If you have any questions about your agent control panel or your IDX product, please call Your Site Needs Me at 517-917-0582 or email us at support@yoursiteneedsme.com.